injured here. 3v3 Deathworld Temple, blue team. It's Redbeard as a Grey Knight Brother Captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Good offense and support, fights melee. Seem to be using Ultramarines colours. Alongside Helios is a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights melee, starts off with an energy shield. And rounding out blue team, we have For7une as a warp-infused Exarch, teleporting commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing early on, with lots of nasty control abilities later. Red team, Shas'el Tau Doran'ro is a Lord General, fights range combat, has a retinue to help him out which you can add to throughout the game. Lots of great defense and support. Alongside Kickin Ace is a Blood Ravens Force commander, very versatile with great offense, can also disrupt tank damage and support with buffs. And rounding out red team, we have Adila as a Eldar Warlock, great mobility with fleets, can also disrupt really well. Tank damage too with the White Wargears. An Eldar mirror on the east side then. Walks for the Exarch. Can do pretty well versus the Warlock, I think, with the heavy gauge Death Spinner. Here come Howling Banshees from For7une. Oh, an awesome colour scheme. Chasing off all of Adila's stuff. I don't think those Dire Avengers will be able to cap. Nope, away they go. Let's have a look at the mid. Force Commander Kickin Ace chasing all the way into base this Sentinel. This is Helios' Sentinel. Both Imperial Guard players going for one. There are the Tactical Marines. Heavy ranged infantry. Durable and versatile. Being chased down by the Commissar Lord, though his shield is up. Here's the Sentinel back out of base. Scouts there weighing in with some bolter fire. Commissar Lord's shield is now down. And there's the stomp from the Sentinel. Nicely done. Gets the Tactical Marines. Might get a model here. There's Battle Cry. Plus 10% damage every time the Force Commander does that special attack. 493, 497. Tactical Marines do retreat and looks like they will get away without a loss. That is how frustrating it can be to face Tactical Marines. Pour so much damage into them and they get away without losing a model. 488, 497. Shas'el pushing the west side, has the VP, might decap this wreck, even hit this power. Meanwhile, east side, For7une has it. Howling Banshees waiting around. Adila now going for some ranges. Needs to deal with those Banshees sooner rather than later, I think. Doesn't want to get a Shuriken because the warp-infused Exarch will just be able to teleport in, I think, and tie up. Might want to get double Shurikens, but he's going for ranges. We'll see how he does. Here comes Redbeard, has some Strike Squad Grey Knights with Storm Bolters and Halberds. Very durable and versatile. Great in melee with 70 melee skills, so they can really hang in melee with dedicated melee squads in tier 1. Brother Captain runs away. Stormtroopers who do decent DPS, light range squad need to run away now though. And that's a full retreat from Redbeard. He's just getting outgunned easily. Redbeard really needed to get double Stormtroopers, but he's going for some interceptors now. Rangers forced off. We have a Shuriken for For7une, so there's quite a versatile little tier 1 army here. Helios with Catachan Devils. Very versatile squad. Good in melee, good melee counter, can also disrupt from range and support with a smoke grenade. This is 2.1 beta 9. Yes, we're in the 9th beta. This will be the final beta after additional tweaks and fixes. We will be in 2.1 final. Lots and lots of changes for this last beta. Catachans, their smoke grenade now reduces damage by 50%, not the huge 80% it was, but it also provides suppression immunity now. Before it was a 90% suppression resistance. Interceptors teleporting in, but they were way too isolated and retreat immediately. Where are the Strike Squad? They were in base. Redbeard needs to keep his force together to fight this blob. Sentinel back at base. So is the warp-infused Exarch. East side, Shuriken forced off. Howling Banshees now deal 10% less damage in retreat to retreating units rather, which was a huge complaint about Banshees in that they were so effective at killing retreating units. Now they are slightly less so, but you still don't really want to mess with them in retreat. These ladies, almost level 2 already, have the aspect of fleetness, so they are jumping over cover, and they do level, wiping out those Dire Avengers. Adila immediately replacing them. Force Commander has the Iron Halo for Kickin Ace and a decapping power. Red team doing very well on the west side and not so well on the east side. Warps for the Exarch does not have the heavy gauge Death Spinner either. Dealing with the Warlock without it, has Rangers, who has a very versatile tier 1 army right now. 463, 435. Is he going to hit power? Looks like he's trying to. Howling Banshees with their power weapons going after the node. Kinetic shot by the Rangers, knocking them back. They also have their Pathfinder gear. Catechins on the field for both Imperial Guard players, and they completely wipe that power and decap it. You see the smoke grenade there with that 50% damage resistance. Sentinel being repaired. Ground pound is up for both of the Sentinels. Blue team now going to the mid VP to cap it with Guardsmen. Guardsmen got a slight buff in it. Their plasma guns in tier 2 are slightly less expensive, 90-25 compared to 125. Every little counts though. Interceptors retreating and did not lose a model, teleporting infantry with 400 hit points per model. Commissar Lord in amongst. Some setup teams, I think, would be good against the blue team here, because Kickin Ace, oh, he does have assault squad, here we go. Jump troops that disrupt when they land. A lot more effective, I think, than interceptors in tier 1. Brother Captain in amongst, but he's forced off a lot of stuff there. He's lucky Catechins didn't force melee on him. Excellent push again from Red. 437, 427 east side. Red are taking it. Merciless Switchblade is up from the Warlock. Here come Howling Banshees though, catching Dire Avengers again, but there is the Shuriken right in the Warlock's face. He has Rangers here, who are also in huge amounts of trouble, retreating through Banshees. And they get a model and almost another one. There's a grenade. Couldn't quite get it. They did get another model. Rangers down to 1. And a webway gate is up here from Fortune. That is sneaky. 437, 427. Everyone is tier 2. Redbeard has the Librarian on the field, who got a very nice buff in that his Shroud ability also buffs the damage of the squad by 25%. So this guy's going to be able to put out some insanely destructive combos with Might of Titan, Purge and Shroud. If you can handle all of that micro and use your other abilities to complement him, that's going to be very, very powerful. There's his Smite, of course. 435, 427. Brother Captain with no war gear. Catechins have their Melter Gun Sarge. Scouts with their Sergeant. Force Commander forces off the Terminator Librarian. Down goes Stormtroopers, caught napping, trying to cap. Redbeard struggling. Interceptors really haven't made an impact. They do have their Justicar now, so they will be able to disrupt when they teleport in, which helps them greatly. There's a Hellfury strike. Global ability for the Grey Knight, shared by the Inquisitor from Imperial Guard. Very nice grenade from Adila. Is very, very strong with his grenades, generally speaking. Are those Banshees stuck? No, they're inside. 407, 427. Defense's power pretty much had to replace the node. Assault squad with their Sergeant gives them a power sword. Both Sentinels doing reasonably well so far. Here are those Interceptors, can also get the Nemesis focus upgrade, and they can get grenades. So they can turn into a very, very expensive squad very quickly. Here they are teleporting in onto these Stormtroopers with assault kit from Shas'el, just about getting away. 407, 418, and Kickin Ace has a Dreadnought on the field. Starts off with 2 close combat weapons. Nasty splash damage, also inspires nearby troops with every melee kill. You saw all this stuff get inspired before it retreated off. There's a Manticore strike, that's Helios' Manticore. Heavy artillery unit with huge range and damage potential, probably kept back in base. There you see it driving away. Terminator Librarian needs to get up and run. There we go. No upgrades for this guy yet. 407-399. Shuriken Cannon is set up by For7une. Lots of pressure here. That webway gate is still up. Dar Avenger's just about getting away. Yes, that's a reasonably lucky escape. Rangers caught in melee by the warps for Exarch, and there is the Merciless Switchblade knocking him back with its ranged attack. Such an awesome weapon. Also has the warp throw. There's kinetic shot by For7une's Rangers. Shuriken Cannon is still there to be dealt with. Rangers the obvious choice. Might drop an Autarch. There is the Autarch. Sub-commander for Eldar, very very quick on the feet, can also jump over cover and inspires nearby troops with each kill, as you saw there. Terminator Librarian also does that, I believe. The Space Marine Librarian sure does. Level 2 Force Commander, there's another Smite. Smite should be combined with Purge, doesn't look like he's doing that. Purge is an awesome debuff that the Terminator Librarian starts with 30% more damage, and it lasts at 30 seconds. Las Cannon hits going in on this Dreadnought, but it's disrupted by a creepy barrage from Shas'el. This is Helios' Las Cannon. Huge damage to vehicles and that snare which you saw. Commissar Lord chasing it, but doesn't have his Power Fist and can't really do much to it. Scouts can now repair. Shas'el can also repair with his Guardsmen. Terminator Librarian getting stuck in quite a lot. Interceptors and Strat Squad now getting their Justicar. East side, you have a very cool looking Wraith Lord for For7une. Walker vehicle for Eldar. Looks like Adila's getting a Wraith Lord of his own. 343, 373. There's a triple cap for red. Grey Knight Dreadnought now starts off with the multi-melter, and he's going for an Inferno Cannon, which I don't think is a very good choice versus Kickin Ace, especially since he has a Dreadnought. But it's up. It's a very powerful flamer weapon. Will be very good versus those Imperial Guard, but not so good versus the heavy infantry and this Dreadnought of the Space Marines. 306, 373.
We have 300 points remaining.
East side is turning blue. Yes, he's capping. 292, 373. Looks like we have Power Blades up for the warps for the Exarch. Enhanced warp generator also. Wraith Lord of For7une has the shoulder mounted Shuriken Cannon. Here is Adila's. Also has the shoulder mounted Shuriken Cannon. Awesome DPS on this thing, and doesn't affect the Wraith Lord in melee combat. It's Wraith Lord versus Wraith Lord. Let's have a look at the mid. Grey Knight Dreadnought using Maelstrom. Space Marine Dreadnought going after it with a multi-melter upgrade. Look at the damage on that thing. Awesome damage from close range to all targets. There's a smite from the Terminator Librarian. Assault Squad just about getting away. Might have, perhaps should have teleported after them to finish them off there with the interceptors. 286, 332. Now it's a triple for blue. So how quickly the VPs can flip-flop on this map. Sentinel goes down finally. Lasted well though. This is Shas'el's with the stomp. Stomp. Only hit the Terminator Librarian. There's a Hell Fury and a Manticore, I think. No, that was a Basilisk Flare from the Commissar Lord actually. He's going for the Emperor's Wrath. One of the most awesome accessories in the game, I think. 286, 292, triple cap for blue. For7une pushing all the way down on this east side. Rangers still around. We have a Bright Lance up for For7une to put a lot of pressure on this Wraith Lord. Wraith Lord trying to close it down. No, it's not. It's backing off. Look at the range the Bright Lance has though. Could perhaps put crack shot on it from the Warps of Exarch's Globals. But it doesn't seem like he needs it. It's going to go down and is taken down by the Wraith Lord. Big loss from Adila. He has Fire Dragons though. Short range Melter Infantry. And a grenade takes out one in retreat by For7une. Nicely done. West side decapped. It's a 1-to-1. Catachun's leveling there, was it? No, it was the Guardsman. The Catachun's finished him off with the grenade launcher. That is how powerful they can be. That was nuts. Tier 3 for Kickin Ace. Shas'el is already there. commanders down here. It's the brother captain has the Nemesis Demon Hammer from the lookers of it. Warp-infused goes up from For7une. 286, 258. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Shas'el still has these assault kit stormtroopers, very long range DPS with a fragmentation grenade as well. 286, 258. These guardsmen have their plasma guns and their sergeant and commissar, so up to 12 models. In fact, both squads do. Interceptors have lost their Justicard. 282, 258. Look at this assist now from Kickin jumping the Bright Lance. There's the Melter Bomb on the Wraith Lord, and it's going to go down with help from the Fire Dragons. Down it goes. 274, 258. A very quick assist from Kickin. For7une just couldn't react quick enough. I don't think he had the hope of getting a Wraith Lord out there. 268, 258. 2-to-1 cap for red. All reliable goes off. Interceptors teleporting in very strangely, one at a time almost. 262, 258, and they just get stomped, easily dealt with by Shas'el. Really needs some area of effect stuff. Should have got the plasma cannon for his Grey Knight Dreadnought, I think. 262, 258. He does have an incinerator on his strat squad though, which does good damage. Might want to invest in some purgation squads, but would they be able to get close enough to do damage? He does have purifiers, very powerful melee infantry, and there is the psychic field doing plasma damage over time, forcing off this entire blob. They have a heavy melee Justicar with this demon hammer as well, so that will damage all targets with that hammer. Sentinel gets another very good stomp, level 3 now this thing, and backs away. Warlock levels to 3. Warp Spider Exarch of For7une is level 2, has the improved targeters, so he's going to be reasonably dangerous both ranged and melee with the power blades. Dire Avengers getting too close to this Warp-infused and run away. It's a 2-to-1 for blue though. Sentinel just ate a melter bomb from the stormtroopers. They have their melter guns as well. This Sentinel's done for. Down it goes. Brother Captain decapping west side. Redbeard has preserved his strat squad and interceptor and his Terminator Librarian. Still hasn't upgraded this guy though. 225, 255. That's a huge mistake. With Shroud and Might of Titan, those purifiers would be awesome. Warlock runs the hell away. 213, 255. Double cap for red. Here come Fire Dragons, but they don't want to fight in melee with Howling Banshees, who have their Exarch. You see there with those 2 power swords doing insane amounts of DPS by herself. Forces them off. Manticore Strike is easily dodged. Looks like we have the flak jacket up. There's that blue buff circle you see. Terminator Librarian. Again, very isolated. Redbeard not keeping his army together here. Interceptors in retreat, purifiers alone. There is the psychic field, or easily avoided by Shas'el. Here comes Strat Squad, all by themselves. What is he trying to do here? 209, 231. Just turn and engage, Shas'el. Stormtroopers firing from huge range, and those plasma guns take down the Strat Squad model. Here come purifiers. Librarian is there. Only has Purge to support though. 202, 226. Fire Dragons have done very well for Adila, I think. Retreat Grenade. Takes out no models. Level 3 Guardian Weapon Team. Really good Warp-infused usage from For7une to get to this east side. Warps or Exarch very strong on that side, I would think, as a teleporting commander with lots of annoying things he can do. Bunker goes up. What kind of bunker is it though? Not sure. We do have a Bane Blade on the field for Shas'el, so it's most likely a repair bunker. Leman Russ is up for Helios. Looks like he has some late catechins. Commissar Lord is going to go down to Assault Marines. No, saved is he? Looks like he is. Level 3, no he's not saved, goes down. Bane Blade Coming west side, super heavy tank with 2 las cannons, 3 twin linked heavy bolters, mega battle cannon and a demolisher cannon. This thing counters pretty much everything from range, its weakness being strong melee squads. Purifiers would be counted as that, I think, especially with their heavy melee demon hammer, but they are dealt with by the Baneblade. 176212. Here is the Leman Russ from Helios, wants to get the Vanquisher, I think. Terminator Force Commander for Kickin, forcing melee with his Power Fist. Getting some rear armor hits, but gives up. 176207. Howling Banshees level 4 for For7une. Facing these fire dragons again, which use their speed buff. Their speed buff now does not reduce their damage, but it has a much longer cooldown in Beta 9. 167207. It's red teams to lose, I think. They have the Baneblade, they have this Dreadnought still, level 3 Dreadnought with multi-motor. The cannon is up for Adila. For7une, I think, should have put a bit more pressure on the mid with some ninja caps. We have guardsmen there now. Baneblade is way far forward. What is he doing? Generally, you should not send your super heavy vehicles so far forward, especially since there's a repair bunker here. Is it a repair bunker though? It is booby trapped. 153207. Grey Knight's forced off. Needs to get some side cannons, I think. 153207. So 1-to-1 cap, but Tactical Marines are capping mid. They have a plasma gun, almost level 3. Here come Catachans. Gonna be dangerous if they can force melee. There's a shotgun blast. Doesn't knock them off the cap though, and they finish the cap and level to 3. Assault Marines jumping in. Tactical Marines can now turn and engage. There we go. No merciless strike. These Assault Marines not having the energy to do it. Kickin is trying to support the east side, I think. D cannon in the garrison. Leman Russ is over here though from Helios. West side. Baneblade is done for. Just ate an Eldritch Storm. And an Avatar is wailing on it. Assault Terminators for Kickin Ace, but I don't think they're going to be able to save this thing. Purifiers in there. Interceptors are in there. Should be using their crack nade. It's going to go down anyway, I think. They teleport into decap, in fact. Down goes the Baneblade. Was way overextended. 115207. Right Lance getting shots onto those Terminators, doing a lot of DPS. Terminators are large targets, so they take full accuracy shots from anti-vehicle weapons. 105207. Terminator still around. Terminator Librarian, and still has absolutely no upgrades at all. Redbeard going for Grey Knight Terminators. Avatar in trouble. There is Wrath of Cain. Knockback damage and some suppression, but you can't suppress Terminators. They now have Lightning Claws, so this Avatar is in trouble. They have to teleport out though, lost a lot of health there. Bright Lance still getting shots all the time. This is a big blob though from Shas'el and Kickin. Terminator's losing a model. Grey Knight Librarian chasing him. Down goes the Force Commander Terminator. Center is blue, east is red, west is blue, so they have the 2-to-1. 89201. Can they pull this off? Redbeard does have Grey Knight Terminators now. Splash damage, power melee. Also passively drain the energy of nearby enemies, and now they have Liber Demonica, giving them even more melee damage when they use the ability. 15 seconds, I believe it lasts for. Hammerhand. 89189. East is now red. For7une seems like he lost a bunch of stuff. Has tons of resources though. Still has an Avatar working its way back to base now. Terminators lost 2 of their models. That is going to be 300 wreck, 100 power just to reinforce those Terminators. 89181. Multi-motor Dreadnought getting shots. ate a melter bomb, and the stormtroopers ate a frag grenade. Here's the Leman Russ as well. Can they take this dreadnought down? I don't think so. Assault squad jumping in to get a rear armor melter. There it is. Now trying to finish off the Catachans. Helios kept them in engagement way too long. Are they going to get away? I don't think they are. Going to lose both those squad leaders. There we go. Walks by the squad on the field for For7une, and has a D cannon. So he's right back in this. 89-181. Dreadnought still around. Where is it going though? Big engagement in mid. Here comes the Avatar. Very low on health though. Brother Captain has the teleporter pack. Good choice on this map, I think. There's a Manticore strike. There's a Wailing Doom. Ouch. What is this? Singularity? Yes, it is. And pulls in those retreating Catachans and wipes them out. Where is it? It's over there. Brother Captain trying to decap mid. Here comes the Warlock to have a word. He now has the Witchblade of Kernus and Providence. And there is Providence used. 81-181. Can he take down the Brother Captain? Terminate Librarians there helping out. He's level 3. Give this guy some upgrades. Down goes the Brother Captain. Avatar is chilling out, posing. Terminator Force Commander with no weapon upgrade. What was that? A haywire grenade on his Leman Russ. 81-181. Crazy engagement mid. Some idle guardsmen there. Avatar lives. Power Blades Warps the Exarch might go after the Leman Russ maybe. Shas'el lost a lot of stuff, now getting double Leman Russes. 81-170. There's a Wailing Doom. Hits one of the Assault Marines, but they do get away. Level 4 Assault Squad. Redbeard standing firm, has level 3 Strike Squad. Did lose his Interceptors though. Level 3 Terminator Librarian, level 3 Purifiers. And here are the Grey Knight Terminators as well. They have a wrist-mounted Psy Cannon to use as they run in. 81-152. Lightning Claw Terminators finish off the Avatar in seconds under Veil of Time as well from the Librarian. Also has the Psychic Hood, so can really support those Terminators now. Improving their mobility, which is their strongest downside when in this melee state. Have no ranged weapons. Down goes the D cannon. These guys are ripping stuff apart. Down go the Warp Spiders. For7une lost everything pretty much right there. 81-134. East side is all red. Blue team focusing mid, but I don't think it's going to pay off. I think red team are going to take this. Kickin ace. Look how much red. Almost maxing out at 999. Las Cannon getting shots, doing a lot of damage to those Terminators. Boom. Boom, and again doing about 200 damage per shot. There is Tome of Time, Veil of Time even, from the Librarian hanging back there. Librarian got a buff to the range damage of his Force Staff, I believe, which helps him out quite a lot. You can get his Force Staff and hang him back and support at range a bit better. 72-117. Down goes the Manticore, surely, yes. There's a 1-to-1 cap. There was Emperor's Wrath. Look at the damage he did to that Leman Russ. Level 4 Commissar Lord. Level 3 Brother Captain's down. Level 6 Warps the Exarch is down. Lord General's level 8 has the Sniper Rifle. Getting some Kasrkin now. Level 4 Tactical Marines. The Force Commander Terminator cannot level. There is an Orbital from Kickin Ace. Finishes off the Commissar Lord there. And the Warlock is level 4. 64-117. Leman Rush turns its turret and shoots at the Strike Squad, which are now level 4. Terminator Force Commander, is he in retreat? I don't think he is, he's just backing off. Warlock is... Wow! D cannon wipes that Strike Squad. That was crazy. That was a level 4 Strike Squad. Unbelievable. 64-117. East side is uncapped. It's a 1-to-1. Blue team is still in this. Fire Prism is up for For7une. 2 Grey Knight Terminators for Redbeard. Gonna try and hold that west side. Have a lot of plasma guns to deal with though. And Kickin with their plasma guns and weapon expertise do some serious DPS. Look how quick they are. They're gonna try and decap, which I don't think is a good idea. Maybe it is. There is a rocket run from Shas'el. Global nuke from Imperial Guard. And there's an Eldritch Storm though. Leman Russes are split up nicely and avoid it. Kickin did decap but now need to flee. 59, 107, another Eldritch Storm over on the east side. Wiped those stormtroopers out. Those were Helios's. And he almost has enough for a rocket run of his own, Helios. Kickin Ace can drop another orbital if he wants, once the cooldown is done. Autark dropped by Adila. Jumping in, disrupting, healing, and buffing nearby allies with that leap. Double Leman Russes, one with Vanquisher, one with the Executioner. And those Terminators need to flee. There's another orbital. That one is Redbeard. And it's going to wipe that Lord General for sure. Down he goes. Stops the cap as well. Knocks the Tactical Marines flying, but they're level 4, so they're just going to get back up. Almost 2,000 hit points. 13, 117. There is the game for Red. It's the double cap. More Assault Terminators for Kickin Ace. Taking out the Grey Knight Terminators. Bang. Right at the end, and there is the game. Red team take it with a double. I thought blue team were going to push through once that Baneblade went down. But For7une had one very, very bad engagement around this area. Lost a lot of stuff. Found it hard to come back in. Dominated the east side though for a very long time. I think should have used his mobility to keep mid capped, which was Red, for quite a while I think. Thank you for watching guys. I will see you next time.